Have mercy on me, God. Have mercy. The plaintive call of the psalmist becomes our prayer today, begging for mercy, first for ourselves, sinners as we are, begging for mercy that those who would take life would have a conversion of mind and heart, begging for mercy at the very font of mercy, at this altar. Now, some of you hearing the first reading and those of you who meditated on it this morning might say, what in the world is a homilist going to do with the cave experience and Saul and David? But if we had to narrow it down to one reality for all of us here for the purpose of witnessing to and marching for the sake of life, first and foremost, the life of the most defenseless and vulnerable, the unborn, we would have to hone it down to the reality that David chose not to kill Saul. As perfect as the situation that presented itself, and his own men said, look, here's the opportunity, take your vengeance. But David did not. Certainly, he respected the office of Saul, and even though he respected the office, in the end, he respected his life. Saul, of course, wonders at the end, how can it be possible that an enemy would be before us and the enemy could go away? Because David chose to respect Saul that day. So today, braving the elements and recognizing that it is up to us to continue the fight and the witness for life, we find ourselves in this magnificent crypt chapel to present ourselves for mercy and to beg for the mercy which we know that the Lord gives and which we trust He has in store. How consoling, how reassuring that we heard in the psalm, have mercy on me, for in you I take refuge. This battle, dear friends, is not ours. This battle is for the Lord. And we know that in the shadow of His wings, protected by Him, nurtured by Him, consoled by Him, strengthened by Him, we take refuge. Till harm pass by, says the psalmist. Be exalted above the heavens, for your mercy towers to the heavens and your faithfulness to the skies. Even beyond the question of life, how can we help others who do not believe in life? How can we help them to recognize that His mercy is waiting for them? How powerful to speak to a woman who has suffered the reality of an abortion and have her weep in front of me and tell me it was only when she accepted God's mercy that she was able to realize in her heart, mind, and soul the gift of life that was lost. Today we march peacefully, prayerfully, faithfully, and, might I add, because I've marched with you before, joyfully. You know, there's that wonderful phrase that Mother Teresa would always quote, "Joy is the sure sign of the presence of God." Once when I had the profound privilege of meeting her, she showed me a holy card with her face on it, and she said, "Father, look at this, how horrible." And then she turned it over and it said, "Joy is the sure sign of the presence of God." And it said, "Mother Teresa." And she said, "These are not my words. These are the philosopher Leon Blois. I never said that. Isn't this terrible? Get rid of these," she said. What a saint. But she knew, and if you know any of her sisters, or if you know anyone who is possessed by the Lord, and how often young people ask me, "Bishop, have you ever met anybody who's possessed by the devil?" And I say, wouldn't the better question be, have you ever met anybody possessed by the Lord? That joy is what makes them stand out, first and foremost, because they themselves have encountered, know, are humble enough to accept the mercy of God. So let's pray for that virtue, shall we, today? Let's pray for ourselves, for all the other people who will be in this march to witness to life, to pray for all the other people in the Diocese of Toledo and beyond who will follow us in prayer and in spirit. And let's pray that somehow, some way, not by our power, not even by our marching in the snow, but by His power, mercy might triumph and life may be protected. Have mercy on me, God. Have mercy.